Hi everyone, welcome to Neural Channels at neuralchannels.com. I'm Oracle.
I'm 2Channel.
And we're going to show you guys our website because it has all of our links there. So if you go to neuralchannels.com, there's a little about us, there's a podcast show, there's an Instagram. So this is just the link to talk to us in whatever flavor channel you have. We have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook account, and the Skype account, we're going to start inviting you guys when we do live broadcasts. But you have to wear a mask, because the mask, oh my God, it looks better than alcohol, okay, without the hangover.
No inhibitions.
I feel so free. I feel free. I don't even have to put makeup on, and I feel free. Free to be. I just like the feeling of the mask, being able to say and do and, so forth. Of course, our calendar. On Fridays, we'll be announcing that soon. That's going to change.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure that out. And of course, we have a link for our masks. Here, these are pretty good masks. They're wonderful. Troll into them, search in here, whatever. And then a bunch of tarot cards. I'm thinking with the Rider-Waite, I think it's a good one to start with, and then you could venture out to the other ones once you master the energy. Not the pictures, but the energy.
Yes.
Okay? So, again, visit us at Neural Channels. And this is about us. And it's our mission is to open the neural networks of our frequency.
Yeah.
And this is one of the songs I like too. Wake Me Up Inside.
By Evanescence. Such a good song. Yeah.
I like that. It makes you feel like you wake up to, things that are around you that we can't see.
Yeah.
So, anyway, hi!
Welcome to Neural Channels. On our last reading, we left off on the 8th card, which was the Knight of Pentacles, which means we still have the 9 and 10 cards.
And we're using
the Rider-Waite, which is supposed to be the original art pieces that became the tarot deck. We like to use that just to start with as a basis because we feel like it's really good for learning. It's better for our viewers to pick up on the original energies. That is the 3 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, which is what we're all about. That's about working together as a team.
So in our last reading, we didn't finish it because there was some weird stuff that went on. Oh my God, 2Channel.
Yeah, really strange activity, Oracle. I was really odd.
Well, so it took us a week to get back to this because we had a late start. Again, these are all pre-recorded until we get our act together and all these weird energy. 2Channel mentioned how cold the room was. And I said, oh my God. So in the middle of the reading here, I think we were on the 7th card, this card right here. And we, oh my God. 2Channel's mask was pulled down. Now, the left, is it the left? The left?
Yes, it was
the
on
left,
the left side.
The left rubber band came off. So, but it feels like it should go towards this way. Like, if it breaks here, it should go this way.
To the side,
it
was an elastic.
Straight down. And kind of freaked us out because it wasn't just the pulling down the mask. It was this huge energy that we both kind of like pushed us. And it was a little freaky, and I think we went over our readings. It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it was about 2 in the morning. So active time for, they say spirit walking.
It's supposed to be from 12 to 3, they say. But, so we were interested, so we took the video, and we did it frame by frame.
Yeah.
We can't show it to you guys.
Yeah,
well, I may be able to do, actually, you know what? I may be able to do frame by frame in slow motion without showing your face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work on that to slow down the frame so you could see the two hands that are pulling down this mask. Oh my God, so freaky. So freaky. I guess I could probably, let me see if I could show it to you.
Yeah, we can see if we
It's
can
on our Instagram account. Let me see.
Yeah, it's really strange. And at first, we slowed it down. We tried to figure out, like, oh, maybe, are we over exaggerating this? But when we look at how it fell.
Okay, so here it is. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our
It's our Instagram account.
It's an Instagram account. And
Channels.
right here, let's see if we can open that. You see the hand? These are the hands right here. Now this is frame by frame. Okay, so it's a little freaky. We didn't finish this reading.
No.
We kind of just took the sign that we
Time to pack up for now.
Well, we shouldn't be reading.
Yeah.
So I didn't really finish it until I felt okay. So, we have to listen to energy. Some things we're not supposed to say. To know is different than to say. Because when you say, it's affecting the physical plane. So, conscious plane. So, it's just really interesting. Do you see the hands? The fingers? Everyone I showed this to. They were like, oh my God, that's so freaky.
Yeah.
That's so freaky. That's so freaky. Anyway, we're going to hope nothing weird happens.
That seems strange.
It's warm in the room.
Yeah.
I turned on the heater.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does feel different than last time. And this room is usually cold for some reason. And that day in particular, you could really feel it.
All right, so we're going to pick up from, this is going to be incorporated to last week's video because we didn't finish this reading. But we were asking about 2-channel and how she feels about a particular person. And we talked about the first card, the Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles on top of it, and it's a right hand side. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and I think we got up to 9 Pentacles. So we're going to just review it. This is about trust, also material force. It's interesting that it's backing up the Ace of Pentacles, which is the highest card in the Pentacle suit. And then the Page of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands, so this talks about trust. The beginning of trust, looking more into the material security of things, not just career, relationship, because a relationship is a material type that we see every day. So it's kind of a material invocation to appear, right? The Queen of Wands talks about bold, charismatic, and we always look at the Queen of Wands and with or without, which is that card. We've kind of already reviewed what this is. And having to have structure. It's a new beginning. This relationship is really new, and it actually talks about all the previous relationships. You're totally doing it in a different way. You don't really care about having, you do care about having or having not knowledge, power, resources, but it is important to you, but not the most important thing, but you had to know or you die.
Yeah.
Right? You're not as nurturing, motherly nurturing. Okay, there's nurturing and overly nurturing. And you're not going to be that. We laugh because it's kind of like the whore card. But remember, the whores weren't, they
weren't originally there just for physical satisfaction. They were there more as a companion and for people to reach out to as a system of support, like a pillar of support. So that's really where that nurturing comes in. And nurturing is not a bad thing, but it needs to be a sense of balance. So if you're over nurturing, and you're giving so much more and not receiving in return, it can be kind of draining. So it's a healthy for this to be
It's a good thing depending on where the cards are at, And so she's leaving the nurturing motherly ways because you're not going to be a mother to this relationship. You're going to be a partner.
Yeah.
And most men look for their mothers. So it's coming in here and it's leaving the past and coming as the Emperor. The Emperor is structure. Mm-hmm. You're developing a structure, building from the ground up, instead of kind of reaching up there without anything to ground you in. We know you're projecting a new, with number 0 card, which is the Fool. That's new. People think, oh my God, it's the Fool. Oh my God, you're going to play the Fool. No, actually, the Fool is a good card.
Yeah, new beginnings.
New beginnings, no mistakes, man. I mean, if you're doing the same mistakes over and over again, some people call it insanity, but to me, you're just wasting time.
Yeah.
And suffering. 3 folds. Okay? Now, we left off with the Knight of Pentacles. This is the way others may look at you. Okay? So the 7th card coordinates with the number 1 card, which coordinates with the number, what is that? The conscious.
4 card.
The conscious. Okay?
Oh, number 5 card. I'm sorry.
So you are changing your ways because it was more of having or having not resources, knowledge before.
Having to be in control of that.
Well, you were the one that fed the relationship.
Yeah.
You're feeding the relationship. And a relationship can't just be fed one way. It's an 8. It has to constantly circle, going this way.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's an 8. Right? It's always circling. Okay. Now, the Hierophant. This card.
The Hierophant.
The Hierophant. Now, he's ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Belief system. The belief system of a relationship holds a relationship. Because the belief system doesn't change. It just grows. Common practice, common understanding, common passion, lying, stealing, and cheating. Both individuals have to feel that those are not good things for human beings. If one feels not as strong, then it's not going to really work out because your physical changes. How does love grow as we physically deteriorate? Okay, so right now you're looking at the trusting in the old ways, trusting in a higher calling. Mm-hmm. So just Hierophant talks about religion. It's a strong belief system, uniform, like some sort of unity, right? One force. I was going to say one nation, one force holding together.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 10th card.
Ace
the
of Cups.
10th card. Tell me about the 10th card, Tatiana.
Oh.
When I read this last week, I was like, whoa. Blessed, very blessed, but never expect anything because I will guarantee disappointment. Yeah. But when you don't expect something, you'll be surprised, and I'll take that any day.
Yeah. And sometimes it's better, right? When you don't have the expectation and you're pleasantly surprised rather than when you have your hopes set on something and it doesn't work out. You're usually a little bit more disappointed by that.
Or you're trying. See, basically with this reading, you're going with the flow. You're going day by day. You're not expecting this, expecting that. You're not using this relationship to close the other relationships you have in the past. This is a brand new start.
Yes.
You're not carrying any baggage because the last one, actually the last 2 ones were baggages from the first one.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
That's good. Your journey is moving forward. Okay? Doesn't matter the number of mistakes. It's the number of understanding and moving forward. Because if you make the same mistakes over and over again, what happens?
Nothing. You don't learn. You just keep suffering.
You stand still.
It's a repetitive cycle.
You stand still or you jump off the bridge because you can't deal with it anymore. No, really, seriously. That's why a lot of suicidal. Because they feel hopeless. They feel like they can't get out. It's hopeless. But there is a way out. Okay, so that card is pretty powerful because that 10th card, this is the outcome. Okay, so it's subconscious, future equals outcome. Okay,
So structure.
and you know it's all upside down. What does that mean?
Well, nothing is certain. So how my behavior and the behavior of others will influence the outcome.
See the subconscious card, they all play a different meaning and play a different position. When we're looking at the Queen of Wands to reflect this card in regards to this card. So this is the center. This card coming in, this card coming out from the center. This card, subconscious, bottom, conscious, both coming in together. Okay? So these two are actually paired. These are paired because they're the same suits.
Yeah.
Ace of Pentacles, that's what you want. That Page of Pentacles is offering. Ace of Pentacles is like trust. Okay? Ultimately, that's what you want. It's something to materialize. Career, relationship, it's there. It's strong. Material force is strong. It is the gravity that holds us together here. On top of it is you're offering that trust in a young base. Page are young. It's a young energy. Okay? So you're not fully giving it. Okay? You're kind of like, okay, I'll trust you day by day.
Yes.
Like trust me day by day. Okay? And this card, the Queen of Wands, is good upside down because you're lowering your boldness. Your boldness is kind of aggressive, kind of energetic. It's very unique, but it pertains to this energy, which is being the middle person and figure out who lives or die, who gets fed and who gets hungry. Okay, but on this reading, when it goes to the 10th card, okay, so we always look at this and that. Okay, this is having and having not. Do they match? Or do they go against each other?
The having and having not and the Ace of Cups. Well, the fact that it's upside down, but if that were like the main focus, I think that it would go against.
Depend. So as you get to understand the cards more and more, they'll talk to you. So you won't even have to listen. You don't have to think. It just listen. It just comes to you. The best way to read the cards is when you're relaxed. That's why I have the music on. So it gives you that relaxing mood. Okay? In this card, it works differently. That card, this is all about having or having not. Everything. More money, more love. Having or having not love. Ace of Wands is it's a cup that's blessed by the heavens. So if you guys look at this, with a dove, that is the highest of emotions. The highest. It could move earth, it could move time. You know, it could bring that love to generations. We see it in families. That love is carried on always. Different vehicles, different vessels, but it's the same energy, that love, that sacrifice. So this card going with this is having or having not that really deep affection, that, you know, which is, this is good. Because not all of us are blessed with something like that. The opportunity, okay? So, this is upside down, that is upside down, that is upside down. Okay? So, don't expect anything, but it's easy when they're all upside down. It's not so easy if one of them are not.
Yeah.
So we know these all go together because being bold and unique on your own structure, your own recipe, your algorithm, the way that you're going to run your life, the way 2 Channel does, based on experiences, based on reading, based on conscious. You always go back to that structure. but basic. Okay, so this was a very powerful reading because that card comes up. That doesn't come up a lot. And that's an opportunity. Okay, it's upside down because it's not there yet, but you just continue to do what you do with being bold, as you normally are. Very charismatic. Okay, you're not. You have your own jingle. Okay, you could walk in a room and either people will hate you or will love you, or would want to find out about you. Okay. Now your ground is structure. Break it down. Understand it before you get involved in it. So, because if one flow is not working, the other flow won't either.
Okay.
These feathers are very itchy, so hang on.
They're tickly.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna. Ugh. We secured yours, so there's no way. But how weird is that? Okay.
Yeah, so if it happens this time when
So let's
I'm
see.
wearing a ski mask.
Okay, so we're gonna do. We always do in three readings, and these are huge cards. Look at these big cards.
Yes,
Let's
just
see.
for you
Compare them
guys.
with Two Channels face. Okay, look. They're huge. Look how big they are.
Yes, they're awesome.
Huge. Okay.
Just for you guys, so
I
it's
love
easier to
this
see.
song. Okay, so 3 cards. How you always start with yours first. Never ask, oh, how does he feel about me? No, you'll be so confused. Who do you know your energy more? Your own self. You start with yourself first. How do I feel about him? And then how does he feel about you? And the last reading would be, what would I do to find family, peace, and joy? Okay? So not direct, just show me, and you're not manipulating, just show me what I need to do to find family, peace, and joy. You're controlling yourself by learning yourself. You can't control other energies, but your own. Okay, so.
Free will. How about free will?
Had to. I usually, Two Channel and I have our own cards we carry with us. They're
like,
palm
they're like
size.
this big.
Yeah.
Very small.
Yeah, we don't carry American Express. We carry tarot cards.
But they're not practical for the show because
They're too small. They're
they're too
personal.
small. This is really good just to be able to share our readings with you so you can have a clearer picture. And maybe so you can learn about cards along the way.
Yeah, our ultimate goal here is for you guys. The only way to understand tarot cards is to really watch someone reading and start feeling the cards. And then eventually they'll talk to you. They're not from the devil. We don't even know. We don't even know where they're from. There's all these hearsay they're here and there. All I know is they help us understand our subconscious. To me, it helps us access. A lot of people's like, oh, why don't you get the lottery cards? Okay, these cards are based on emotions. Do you see the wands? Do you see all the energies are based? Okay, cups, emotions are material force. I'd be scared to ask for the cards because I know I would have to pay dearly.
Yeah.
And I'm not, nope. All right, so how does he feel about you? Let's take a big breath. Okay, here we go.
All right, here's our second reading. How does this person feel about me?
First card to channel.
That's a 9 of Pentacles. Yep, 9 of Pentacles.
Okay.
That's about
Discipline. Discipline. Okay, baser instinct. We all have baser instincts. We all have our fears. Baser instinct is basically your weakest point, which is basically your fear. A lot of us don't even know that. We think we do. Okay. Knight of Swords. It's upside down. Okay? So usually when I have it upside down, I put it to the left because I'm a right-hander. It's up to you guys. But the head goes to the left. Okay. So this is going against. So this is how he feels about you. Okay? He feels that you need to be more disciplined because you're very cutting. and opinionated, and you're just gonna cut through. That's little. It's upside down. You're just a little, you know.
Yes. This is true.
You know, to me, this is kind of like the prince of Sleeping Beauty. He tried to go and rescue her, and as he went through the forest of thorns, it just got thicker and thicker. Then he just started chopping it off.
Yeah.
So interesting, right? So
very interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Two of Pentacles.
This is juggling.
Yes.
Okay, juggling. This is also flexibility, fun. Again, these cards are all different depending on what cards they're playing with or you're referring them to. Always 3, right?
Always 3.
2 makes an energy force, okay? So negative and positive, that's an event. That's a beginning to an end. The third energy comes into those 2 energy, and it has two reasons. One is to take the place of one of those 2 energies, or the second reason coming in is it's needed to change those 2 energies to learn more about themselves. So we can't learn about anything without interacting. And that comes with 2 people too. Third comes in to interact, to learn. Okay? So we're all mirrors of each other. Okay. Boy, isn't that funny how cards, we read this last week, right?
Yeah.
So how cards, so this is having resource, knowledge, power. So you guys constantly struggle about that. You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yes.
No, this is how he feels about it. This is actually good. Moving on. So he has baggage.
Yeah, there's, yeah.
He has baggage. He's had a lot of flexibility. Okay. Meaning, I don't think he's had a girlfriend. What?
Are you asking about the amount of time?
Yeah. Well, yeah, not like a serious one. Kind of.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, at least like a year. Maybe
Yeah, so it's
over a year, maybe longer.
So his
than
flexibility is
that.
not as much because now he has this other thing, right? He has work, he has family, now he has this. Okay, so it's upside down, doesn't mean anything. But moving on, and again, this is coming and this is going out. Okay, let's lay them all out.
That's interesting. Okay.
The devil. See, everyone trips over the devil. Okay. The devil.
Let's hold them upside.
And the other side is the lovers. Okay? I'm sorry.
All right,
okay? It's bonded. Okay? There is a bond. Usually is people are attached to physical things. Okay, like I love my car. I love my job more than you. I love this person. Even persons, okay? Like these 2 people, they're obsessed with each other. Not because of love. It's because they want to destroy each other. They want to, whatever. It's not a good thing. Okay? So bondage by a physical entity. Okay? It could be also drugs or drinking too much. So they have, it's kind of like their addiction a little bit.
Okay.
We talk about that. Okay? Kind of like, some people I know who can't get their, whatever, they get more ornery. And you can see it. And that's all they talk about is, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, he said he was going to call me. And I can't. So it's that kind of bondage. You're in bondage. You can't just say, okay, I'm not getting it today, or I'm not going to see him today. I'll be all right. It's an
obsession.
It's an obsession. Okay. How weird is that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Ace of Cups. Okay, so. The truth will set you free. Ooh, conclusion and news. Ace of Wands. Okay. You know what? I look at everything as a process of learning about yourself. Okay? Now, to be brave enough to look at these cards is to be aware of the energies coming in. Okay? So, this is how he feels about you. Okay? There's some conclusion and news he wants to approach you with. Okay? And it's most likely, you know, you're... I'm like that too, but you have, on the good side, the Knights of Sword cuts through. Okay, so on the good side of a knight, he cuts through stupidity. He cuts through lies. He cuts through the dark. He cuts through the blackness. He is the person that you want when you're in the dark place, because he will find that hole to get out. Okay, that's the energy of that knight. Okay, the bad side of the knight is very opinionated, very cutting. You know, so he's probably gonna tell you, like, you know, you're hurtful sometimes, or you know, and then you have to tell him, well, it gets to this point. I'm not like that. It has to get to this point. This is what irritates me. Relationships are hard because you have to understand why you get there, and he is the only one that gets you there at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
it's a challenge.
So it's got constant communication, telling him, hey, the reason why I do this is, you know, you should be able to do this, get organized. That's why the structure is important to you. Mm-hmm. It's always been important to you. You can't be all over the place. You have to be structured. So you might need to teach him this discipline. So it's discipline, cutting, okay? So this is actually going against each other. The discipline.
Yeah, the discipline,
okay?
And then being, yeah.
All right. Okay. Flexibility. Okay. So this is upside down. The reason why this is happening is you're not being flexible. Well, you were flexible before. Mm-hmm. You're flexible, but you will only flex this much, not this much. Mm-hmm. You know, North and South Pole. You're going to be East and West constantly. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is coming in deeper meaning. So this is kind of good. He's moving on. You know, the last, to me, 2, 4, 6, is that 5, 8? The last 8 years have been tough for him. Mm-hmm. You know, tough, hard. Mm-hmm. He's kind of, you know, his energy is really not the way it used to be, like with life and stuff like that, you know. And so he's deeper meaning moving on, okay? So that's kind of good. You know, he's leaving his old ways, okay? He's also going through the same thing, okay? This is in the past. You guys might be similar, you know. He might. So this is about having or having not. So he's gonna try to give that up, mm-hmm. because this is constant battle with you guys. Mm-hmm. This is the devil. It's coming in. Now it's upside down. It's low energy. That doesn't mean. It means it's either coming in or going. It's coming in low, mm-hmm. but it's coming into this. Okay. Again. It's this material, this bondage, okay? All right, so this is how he projects himself, okay? All right, he's learning to love again, okay? So, but again, there's that darkness. Okay, so this is more of resources for him. Not more of knowledge. Yours is knowledge. I have to know this. It's a resource. You know, like the situation right now doesn't want to be that situation. Mm-hmm. You know, and he feels that, you know, he's bonded to that. He can't move the way he wants to move. This situation right now, you know, with.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So you know, this is developing, but this is how he's projecting, which is good because this is coming into yours and him. It's the blessing. Okay. It's an offering of love. You get it?
Yeah.
Though your last reading was up there. Is he's projecting that. So it's an offering. This is something that's not from you two. It's an coming down. That's why there's a bird up there. Okay, it's coming from above. And there's a cloud. It's an offering. Okay? And it's upside down M. You know, M is bad, McDonald's. M is bad. You've heard that. Google it. Okay, upside down M, okay? Right. Okay, so this is the way you look at him. Okay, Ace of Swords. Okay, fortitude, the truth. The truth. And that's how you're actually doing it. It's like the truth. What's the truth? Right? And to me, before I used to like, you lied to me, I get mad. No, I play with it now. I tell
I know that you lied. But
and I'm like, look, I know you lied. But why did you have to go through that? How come? Because I wanted you to have free will to tell me that you're, you know. And well, that's the truth. Well, you know, that's your truth, my truth. Yeah, that's what you gave to me. I wouldn't want to control it any other way.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't want you to say that because that's what you want me
to hear.
Or what you think I want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, don't say I love you to me unless you mean it. Because I said you didn't
Not
say
because
I love
you think
exactly.
Not because you think I want to hear it. So
Okay.
free will. Yeah. It's a powerful thing.
So you're going to be getting some news, conclusion, talking about deeper stuff, right? Deeper stuff regarding discipline, and this is coming in. You might know that. We can talk about that in the next reading. Okay. But this is just introduction. Everyone has baggage, but the most important thing here in the reading, and you guys probably don't even know it. That's why I don't want to show this to you guys. There is an opportunity for intimacy, for a relationship, meaning body, heart, and soul, and spirit. Okay? Mind, heart, 3 chakras. Mind, heart, body. Okay?
Yes.
Ace of Wands. Creativity. So, okay, so a best friend to be able to reflect, you learn. You reflect, you learn. Okay? So this is actually good. It's all in sync. So what did you think? Are you nervous about the conclusion? And I am not. We're not going to read about the conclusion because you know what?
No.
When you feel like it is, then just roll it.
Yeah.
And what I do is I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to control it. I'm just going to go, oh my God, I read that last week.
Yeah,
exactly. It makes it more fun.
Yeah.
And I think I challenge them. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's always fun, right? Always trying to prove wrong.
Oh,
I do it
always.
all the time. Sometimes I forget about it, and then I'll go back and I was like, oh yeah, that happened. I read about it and I forgot about it.
Ooh, it's 12:31. Okay, so after this reading, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna do something we haven't done before. And it's 12 o'clock. And we know the spirits are walking around. That's what they say in the old country. So, we have hair and nails of a departed loved one. We're going to try to talk to them with their songs. They love their songs. We're going to put some Elvis on. I don't know. But what we're going to also do is try to talk to them through the tarot cards. Now, to me, that's safer because I've done that before. We can always use the spirit of glass. That's kind of more, kind of freakier.
More intense, yeah.
And you know, I don't like glass flying. gets me really nervous. And if I want to do the Spirit of the Glass is like the Ouija board. But you make it. It's a cardboard. You take a light glass, and on the top you put 0 to 9. And in the middle, Spirit of the Glass, yes or no, to the left and the right of the glass. In the bottom, you have, ABC, or vice versa, 0 to 9, or ABC to Z. And you sprinkle it with talc powder, right? So, and we light up the candle, and so forth. And a lot of people, when you're crossing gateways or dimensions, you have, at the gateway, have to state the rules and regulations of that gateway. If not, anything goes.
Oh yeah,
anything
a lot of people make that mistake. They're like, oh, let's play with the Ouija board. Oh,
you know
let's
what?
play with the
I'll
spirit
do
board.
that if we were in in a campground inside of a tent. Because then the spirit leaves there. Doesn't stay in your house. Oh my God. Okay. So the third reading is about what should you do to find family peace and joy in this situation. Okay? Okay? We're not asking how to manipulate him to do what we want. No. We're asking ourselves.
And you always pay for that, by the way.
Always pay.
Yes. Anything you ask for, you always pay. So always keep that in mind.
Every gain, there's a loss somewhere. Your gain is someone's loss.
So always keep that in mind, especially for people who want to learn, use the cards. Because the cards can be a great tool for many things.
But you always pay in the end.
But you always pay in the end. So keep that in mind, before you decide you want to use the cards and, look into some things or see what kind of gain you can have. Because it's possible, but you pay.
And it's simple. Okay, if you don't suffer, others won't suffer. So always ask, what should I do to find family, peace, and joy? Okay? Family doesn't have to be related. It's where you feel the safest, no matter the situation. That's just a word that we relate to being safe. But I always find it that if I ask the good stuff, I get the good stuff, What do you send out, get back. Okay. What should you do? All right.
Family, peace, and joy. Okay.
All right. The Page of Swords again. Okay? True.
Okay, so discipline. It's actually one of my favorite cards.
You saw me do this 4 times. Shuffle them. Conviction. An ending. Creative force.
Knight of Pentacles.
That's
Again,
right.
That was the 8th card before, and now it's the 6th.
The Queen of Wands. Again, we're back to the first one.
Back to the
Full
first
circle. High Priestess.
Interesting.
Okay. Ooh. That's upside down. Oh, look at that. Remember that was here?
And
The Emperor.
And structure.
All right, guys. So
this is the last reading.
Yes. You want to do the
about
honors?
how to define family, peace, and joy. So our first card is the Page of Swords. This guy is the one that's defending, right? He's fending off.
I'm wearing my black scale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hello.
And then
Everything's black.
And our second card is the Nine of Pentacles, and she's about baser instinct, discipline. So our first card, Page of Swords. If I remember right, is he the entity that's about, having his own? Because I know this is conviction, and this is the 7 of
Eye for an eye.
of wands. But the Page of Swords is about defending his own.
He's about, so swords are truth. Okay, but he's about fortitude.
He's fending off everything. He's putting
fortitude.
down his, this is his wall, his drive.
His fortitude.
And our Nine of Pentacles discipline card in the second slot is upside down. So it is in low energy.
No, but let's see if we go here.
Where are we going?
I love this song.
Where are we going?
Oh, I was opening up a browser.
Oh, opening a browser.
Okay.
And then, okay, maybe while you do that, I'll go over the rest.
Yeah, go over the rest of the card.
The fourth card that we have here is a death. Death doesn't mean anyone's necessarily going to die. It's just an ending of any sort. And it can be anything. Basically, a door is closing. It's upside down, so it doesn't mean that it's happened yet, or that it's occurred yet. It could be in the process. It could be something small. Our fifth card, which is in the conscious, is the Ace of Wands, which is about creative force. And we see our sixth card. Again, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is that grinding, hardworking energy. And then we have Queen of Wands. Again, that bold, being bold and charismatic. Then we have the High Priestess. She's in between everything, in between worlds. She doesn't pick a side. And she has the knowledge of both sides. And then we have, what is that? A Five of Swords? Is that ninth card over there?
Oh, the Five of Swords.
Yeah, not a nice card. And then we have the last card, which is the Emperor. And then now we're going to go over those cards with you. Is this Oracle, is this browser going to show for our viewers? Or?
No, because I was
okay.
I was going to ask you to translate.
Oh, okay. So we're going to translate. So the Page of Swords, which is the first card that we have, is upside down. So that's about being truthful. Basically being just, so what's right is right, and then having fortitude. So it's about kind of coming to terms with things, being honest, acting ethically. This could tie back into the Hierophant that we seen in the last reading, which is like morals. Then we have, should I explain that further?
I'm putting my chair up.
Oh, okay. And then
I want to show you my black scale.
Yes, the black scale. Black scale, by the way, is a clothing line. Really neat, really interesting pieces there. They have all kinds of things, and it actually kind of ties into some of the, otherworldly, like beyond.
Exactly. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go and let's go through this. Okay.
So the first card, which is the Page of Swords, which I just briefly covered, which is about
upside down, being truthful, having fortitude,
doing what you think is best and right, and then acting ethically. Next card, Nine of Pentacles. She's also upside down. She's about having discipline, relying on yourself. And I guess, how else would we say that? Another way, how often do we see her in terms of refinement?
Well, she's okay. So this is kind of like the baser instinct. Everyone has their fears of being left alone, or being not needed or wanted, or being thrown away, being not loved. This is what they call baser instinct. You can also say what you lose, like temper. You lose a temper. You can lose your temper. That's a baser instinct. So the Page of Swords talks about a person of truth, a person of fortitude that will keep going, right? And okay, so what you need to do, family listeners, is about you. Okay, to have fortitude and learn your refinement, your baser instinct. Okay, what ticks you off? What gets you mad? All these little things that people get you mad remind you of something that got you mad before. There's a reason why. Okay, your interaction with your teacher, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, your boyfriend, everybody. Okay, They want you to have a conviction, an eye for an eye. You know, instead of like going, okay, I'll let that go, whatever. No, don't let it go.
Don't let it go.
Even that little tiny thing that's like you don't feel good about, do not let it go. Because it nips at your self-confidence in your spirit. Okay? Your spirit is strong. If you don't feel good about it, give them a reason. Hey, I didn't feel good about that. I didn't like that. I don't appreciate that. That wasn't cool at all. Okay? So that's, you know, the whole point. It's like conviction and eye for an eye. Whereas before, you don't go eye for an eye until like later. But you know what was going on.
Yeah.
But you look at the other place. So, be truthful, have fortitude. You know, you don't usually like, I don't want to deal with it. I'll just sweep you under the rug.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, you can't do that.
No.
Because it messes up your path to the truth.
And you never achieve it, and then it just kind of eats away at me.
Yeah.
At least from my past experience.
So what it's asking you is what? To really get close and have intimacy is to learn, to understand, is to learn to love. Why are you looking over there? Did you see something move?
I heard something.
Oh, here you go again.
What is that?
Here you go. Here we go again. There's gonna be something weird coming in here. Jeez. Okay.
Sorry, of yours.
Stop. Okay. So. Okay.
Wow, that was like Jumanji knocking. Like, you know, where it's like boom, boom, boom. It could have been music. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry,
Okay.
back to the reading.
So conviction. Okay, you have to have the conviction and the power to create. You can't just, when you're down, you're not going to go underneath a rock and crawl and cry. You're going to go, you know what? Okay, you take the negative energy that would normally put you down and you'll go and use that force to go forward. Whatever force is sent to you, whether it's good or bad, good is automatic. It's converting that force into a force that you could use to move forward. Okay? Alright, it comes in the left hand, but it'll come out differently from the right hand. Okay? Like, you know, I can't write in the left hand, but I can write in my right hand. But they're two different energies. That's why we have two different energies. Two different things, one that the other can't. Okay. This is coming in, death. Okay? An ending to a new beginning. It's not ending yet. Because you still need to deal with this discipline, self-reliance, refinement. Okay. And you're going towards that, because the more you know yourself, the better you will see the light. It reflects whether that person wants to know how you got refined and want to learn, but it's not like they have that in their mind. It's an energy that's not spoken. So it's kind of like a want. A wish is already a want.
Yeah.
A want is not necessarily a wish.
No.
Because you want it first before you wish it first. Okay? But a lot of times we don't want it until something weird happens. You're like, why am I upset at that? Oh my God, do I have feelings for this person? You know? But you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're just happy. And then when someone takes that away, you're not. Okay. Okay, what's coming in is on the good side. Oh, this is you have a lot of knights.
He was the 8th card in my first reading.
Yep.
So, Knight of Pentacles.
The knights are good. You know, you have to go.
They're both good and bad side.
So that's what's going to be coming in. Okay, and I believe, you know, he is also. You guys have a very common ground in your belief system. The Six of Pentacles having knots, Ace of Cups, okay, the Knight of Pentacles, okay. That kind of describes you in the good side and the bad side, which is you're stubborn, unwavering, you're cautious but adventurous, you're obsessive and you know. So it's you could be hardworking, but you are doing too much. You don't know how to stop. So it's always, he reminds me of a bulldog. right? That doesn't know when to let go. So you got to watch that energy of the Knight of Pentacles. You have to watch him when he gets too much on the other side. He is not in balance, and that's what you need to learn.
Which it ties into the discipline.
Yeah. So the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is coming into you. Okay. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a special one. She is, again, I describe her as a person that walks in a room and people can't figure it out. I'm like, what is that? Is that a friend or a foe? You know, self-assured. They know one thing for sure. She's self-assured. You know, when you walk in a room, they're like, whoa, really strong energy. Oh my God, you know, and she's did it. And people who are trying to see if you could be mentally victimized will leave you alone. The ones that are going, oh my God, I need your light, will come to you. But having this kind of energy come out of you, radiate, it's brightness, it's a glow when you walk. It protects you. It's almost like, that's why she's yellow, right? She has this ball of light that she walks, and it's a ball of light. Or people look at her going, okay, you know what? Ooh, she's energetic. Ooh, she's really cheerful. Can't put her down. And boy, I can't put her down. She's very self-assured about herself. And yeah, I'm not going to touch that. But the ones that want to be cheerful, they want to...
they're drawn in. Kind of like
drawn
a
in. So it's a good
flame.
thing. See? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now, this, okay, discipline. So you need to get self-assured. Okay, you're cheerful, you're doing it. Self-assured is the last one. That's why it's the last one. Okay? An ending. Okay? So it's an ending coming in. So this one, you have to attack this discipline. Upside down. Discipline with full force. Every reaction that you get, read on it. Not just that moment when you have a chill, but why did I feel that way? What bothered me? Because it will talk you. That's how you learn your cards. It's when you feel something you're not sure about. Like, why did I feel that way? Pull the cards out. Doesn't matter. Don't get into all this. Just pull it out. Once you learn that, because it's your energy, it automatically, you're depositing your subconscious. You're just linking your subconscious with your conscious. Because you already know it. You're just linking them to a straight line. Okay? On the other side, the High Priestess, this card right here, is a special card too. Some men look at it as the woman of their dreams. The High Priestess. She's the subconscious. She's the unknown. Okay? This is a different perspective on you. Okay? So, there's a lot of subconscious that's ready for your taking right now. Okay? So this, and this card. So this card, the second card, the 8th card, the 2nd card, and the 4th card, the Pass. All read together. They're all upside down. So it's assuring you your subconscious for every discipline, for everything that crosses you. See how the lady, she has all the money here, and she has, that's a raven trained to kill. Guess what she's doing? She has him in his hand, trained. She's learned to tame her bad side. Whatever it is. Okay, temper, no one's gonna get me. So what happens when you lose your temper? What happens when you fear? It's out of control. Okay, someone will get hurt. Okay, now upside down. So this reacts with these. That's the 9th card. This goes with this. Upside down. That is hostility. Open dishonor. You know what that is. Open dishonor. So everything in your life that is open dishonor, you got to complete that circle. You know, saying, I need to know. Without being emotional, you know what I'm talking about. We're stemming back to, the first 10 years of your life or whatever, because this is all, everything that, if you look at everything that you've done so far, you turned your face like you turned your face the first 10 years of your life. Kind of ignored it. And it just got worse. Okay? So this, it's about that baser instinct, about open dishonor. See how the guy, he only has 2 hands, man. But a sword, in Japanese, a sword is a soul. See how the 2 guys are in the back? They're all depressed and sad, man, okay?
They don't have.
Look, he's not even holding it.
Mm-hmm.
He can't barely hold 3, but he's smiling. That's hostility. Okay? You don't want to deal with it. You don't like hostility. Don't want it. Don't need it. Okay? So, this kind of hints you. Hostility, discipline. Stop it before it starts. When it gets all like this, don't get into it. Back up. When you start losing control, back up and say, stop. Or even go away. Whatever works. Okay, so now the 10th card. Ace of Wands. Creative Force Emperor. It's upside down. Ace of Wands is when you have a creative force, you get all these variables and you put them together and you make your structure. That's why we're self-assured. We know who we are. No matter what people say, I'm not going to tell you because he's tried to break that structure and I would laugh. Why are you laughing? I'm going to know what you're doing. What am I doing? You can't work. Because I know you more than anyone. I go, you cannot use it. I'm just going to laugh at you. Now, do you want me to turn around and do that thing too? Because I'm going to have so much fun. No, just wanted to see, But I laugh at it because of the effort. Because I was once like that. Okay, so, now, the 10th card is the Emperor. So, the Ace of Wands is like a wonderful creative force. You just kind of sit there and it just comes to you. Don't work hard, just think about this, it'll come to you. It'll come to you. Okay, let's look at this. So this is one of the weird ones, huh?
Yeah.
It's upside down and one's right side up. You take over. What do you see that? How this card, subconscious, future, and the Emperor goes.
Okay, so this card, so this is the 7 of Wands, right? And he has conviction, right? He's a card that has conviction.
He's a conviction card.
And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is on the bad side, which is stubborn, like
He has a good.
He does have a good side.
He doesn't have a middle ground. He's either good or bad.
Yeah.
You got to just watch where he's going. When the knight's going this way, you're going. So you got to watch those tangents that pull you. Oh, tangent that pulls you, right?
Yeah. And then the Emperor, which is just, yeah. So the subconscious card and then the incoming card, Knight of Pentacles. If he's on the bad side, I feel like for me, with my energy, they kind of tie in because the 7 of Wands is conviction, but it's also being aggressive and kind of being defiant. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do what he's saying. I'm gonna standing my ground, resisting, like before, like that giving in, like that Queen of Pentacles, like over nurturing. So this is me kind of like taking that back, but he is upside down, so maybe that's
okay,
a little bit lower.
So and then you look at this upside down, you look at the Emperor upside down. They're both upside down. He's right side up. How does he play into those things? Okay, he's about what? Being firm. Think about him as, was it Moses who said that? If you don't let my people go, all your firstborn. That was Moses, right?
I think it was.
Yeah, the 10 Commandments.
Not sure.
Okay, it's eye for an eye. Okay, being firm. It's like, if you don't let my people go as slaves, I will kill all including the Pharaoh's first son, right? An I, being firm, okay? Knowing you're right, standing up for what you believe. Structure. The structure of an emperor. This is your structure. This is your algorithm. This is what I believe that will make me happy. You know? Are you yawning?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
so, yeah.
All right. The Knight, you're going to have a lot of Knights. You're a Knight of Pentacles because of your age. You're going to, during your ages, you're just going to be surrounded by Knights. It's just the way it is. Because Knights are young. They haven't found the balance yet. Okay? So watch out for that Knight. Okay? That Knight, the Knight you have right now, you're also a Knight. You have to make sure that they're productive. They're hardworking but not obsessive. Okay? Like when you feel strongly about something. When you start, what do you call it? Screaming and pull yourself back. Okay, what?
And then
What? Why? Just like, okay, stop. Okay, we're getting too excited. All right. So this is about you, and this reflects you as a center person, right? So this is you right here, and the reading is basically every angle. They'll still be the same as coming from you. So all these angles coming in is still the same recipe. Okay? Fortitude. Learn about your baser instinct. Okay? Okay? It's an ending. It's an ending, a new beginning. Okay? It's not there yet because you're still learning. Okay? Have a conviction to keep continuing learning your baser instinct. Because guess what? No one's going to know your greatest fear more than you, and they can't use it against you. Because you understand it now. It doesn't control you now. Therefore, whoever controls you before with that fear can't control you anymore. Because it don't fear it anymore. You understand it now? You don't fear. Keep looking for that creative force. It's coming to you. It's here. It's coming from above. See the cloud? It's giving you that. It's a growth. It's a growth blessing. And it's giving you the creative force to learn, you know. Okay. So, and this is really good, the subconscious. Remember I told you you weren't ready yet and you're probably coming in. And it's normally, you know, how old are you? I am, okay, so that's really young, you know, because I think mine didn't start till 27, but it had 3 times. And it just hit me just within, you know, 97 to 2000. There, 97, 98, 99. Yeah, 3 years. It takes 3, right? So, 99, 2000. Yeah. So, yeah, 2000, wait, 99. Okay, so once that hits, which is, you know, death. See the death? Part of you died. That's someone that in your life.
Yeah.
Okay? So which is a real pain, but it's growth too. All right. Okay, guys, so we complete this 3, you know, this is how we do the reading. It's basically, how do you feel about this person? How does this person feel about you? And then back to you again, asking what should you do in regards to this person to find family, peace, and joy. And it's all about understanding yourself, understanding what energy that you should watch out for. Being aware is the first step to growth. If you're not aware of it, oh my God, you'll be doing the same mistake over and again. But as long as you're aware of it in your subconscious, so right now we've just help the conscious be aware of these energies. And when they come, it'd be a totally different reaction if you didn't know about it. All right, we're going to take a quick break because this was a long session. I don't even know how long that was. But guess what? Now, our next one will be an interesting one. And we're going to talk to someone to channel has lost recently. Okay. And we got hair.
We have hair.
We got her nails.
We have, yes.
She passed away about a month ago? 2 months ago?
No, about a little over 3 months.
Oh, so it's been 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's not here anymore. I mean, you know what I mean. She already knows that she's passed away. That's what I meant.
Oh.
It was 60 days, you know, they say 60 days, you pray for them, and, you know, sometimes okay, so we're going to talk to them. We're not going to talk to them in spirit of glass, but we are going to talk to them. We weren't sure yet, but we're going to burn anything, or, oh, yes. Do you have a little bit of your nail and a little bit of your hair?
Yeah.
We put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm not going to burn it. We'll just put it together. We need to clean this, though. We need to clean that. All right. So, visit our website again. We are at neuralchannels.com. Okay? That's our Instagram. But everything is at neuralchannels.com. Let me see if I could make this bigger. Okay, so I think that's, you guys can see that pretty good. Oh yeah, totally. So if you want to, hang out with us, be part of our Instagram, be part of our Skype show. That's gonna be so awesome. But you have to wear a mask. You know, they can be $1, $2. Go to the 99-cent store.
Yeah, any mask you want. We don't care.
We love Amazon. Go to Amazon, support us. Go to our Amazon thing and, click on it. We got these actually on Amazon. They're really cool. Mm-hmm. Love them. I love feathers. I love the peacock. And then they're actually pretty good made, except, there was a couple of those that didn't like to channel, but we will talk to you guys soon. We're going to be pre-recording this one, I guess. Yeah. But we're going to take a quick break because it's very draining. Thank you. See you guys next time. I love those songs.